Hey, welcome back again. Got a little different get up today. It's Jesus, the way, the truth, and the life. This is the Good Friday sequence. This is the day of the crucifixion. And so we're going to, again, plunge into Scripture and experience it as the disciples remembered it, along with some music that I think, some of my favorites that go along with the season. I hope you have enjoyed this series, and I hope you enjoy today as well. Good Friday. Good Friday to you in social isolation. This is what the disciples went through Friday, Saturday, into Resurrection Day, Sunday morning. Reading from the Gospel of John, chapter 19, says, Then Pilate took Jesus and scourged him, and the soldiers plaited a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and arrayed him in a purple robe. And they came to him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews! And they struck him with their hands. How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. With His blood He has saved me. With His power He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Just let me live my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And should I gain any praise, let it go to Calvary. With His blood He has saved me. With His power He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. It's difficult to think about saying thanks for what Jesus has done for us. John 19, continuing there, says, So they took Jesus, and He went out bearing His own cross to the place they called the place of the skull, which in Hebrew is Golgotha. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. picks up the story there. It says, and they compelled a passerby, Simon of Cyrene, who was coming in from the country, the father of Alexander and Rufus, to carry his cross. Jesus, keep me near the cross, where a precious fountain, free to all a healing stream, flows of Calvary's mountain. In the cross, be my glory ever, till my raptured soul shall find rest beyond the river. Near the cross, O Lamb of God, its scenes before me, help me walk from day to day, with its shadows over me. In the cross, be my glory ever, till my ransomed soul shall find rest beyond the river. Simon made to carry the cross. We get to carry our cross. Luke writes and says, there followed him a great multitude of the people, and of women who bewailed and lamented him. But Jesus, turning to them, said, daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming when they will say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bore, and the breasts that never gave suck. Then they will begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. For if they do this when the wood is green, what will happen when the wood is dry? This song asks the question whether we deserve such a great gift. Who am I that a king would bleed and die for? Who am I that he would pray, not my will, thine for? The answer I may never know. Why so far from glory, came and dwelt among the lonely, such as I, to suffer shame and such disgrace. On Mount Calvary take my place, and I ask myself one question: who am I? Who am I that a king would bleed and die for? Who am I that he would pray, not my will, thine for? The answer I may never know. Why he ever loved me so, that to an old rugged cross he'd go. For who am I? Then I'm reminded of his words, I'll leave thee never. Just be true, I'll give to you a life forever. I wonder what I could have done to deserve God's only Son, to fight my battles till they're won. For who am I? Who am I that a king would bleed and die for? Who am I that he would pray, not my will, thine for? The answer I may never know. Why he ever loved me so, that to an old rugged cross he'd go. For who am I? That to an old rugged cross he'd go. For who am I? Who am I? Always makes it so personal. Luke chapter 23. One of the criminals who were hanged railed at him, saying, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." But the other rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we, indeed, justly, for we are receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." And he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus said to him, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." This song asks the question, answers the question that the other one couldn't, right? I'm not on an ego trip. I'm nothing crowns were on his head. Blood was on his scarlet robe, stained a crimson red. Oh, his eyes were on the crowd. He looked ahead in time, and when he was on that cross, I was on his mind. For he knew me, yet he loved me. Whose glory makes the heavens shine so unworthy of such mercy. And when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. And when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. He thought of the thief that day. He thought of me that day. He thought of you that day. The disciple John might have said that about himself as well. He was thinking of me. In John chapter 19, he writes to us, tells us, that standing by the cross of Jesus were his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. And when Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing near, he said to his mother, "Woman, behold your son." And then he said to the disciple, "Behold your mother." And from that hour, the disciple took her into his own home. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Forbid it, Lord, that I back to the Gospel of Luke, chapter 23. It was now about the 6th hour, and there was darkness over the whole land until the 9th hour. And while the sun's light failed, and the curtain of the temple was torn in two. And then Jesus, crying with a loud voice, said, Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit. And having said this, he breathed his last. Jesus, 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 there's just something about that name. Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance after the rain. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name. Jesus, 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 there's just something about that name. Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance after the rain. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. There's just something about that name. Matthew picks up the story and says, when it was evening, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph, who was also a disciple of Jesus. He went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus, and then Pilate ordered it be given to him. When Joseph took the body and wrapped it in a clean shroud and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn in the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the tomb, and he departed. I got to tell you, it's a terrible place to end the story. Thankfully, it doesn't end. Not for me. Hopefully not for you. And in 2 days, we'll tell the rest of the story. But for now, like the disciples of old, you and I need more of Jesus. Break my heart and change my mind. Cut me loose from ties that bind. Lead me as I fall. the strength to follow through. Oh, more, more. I wanna be more like Jesus. More of Jesus, less of me. By His power I will be like a flower in the spring, brand new life in everything. Holy Spirit, fill me up. Gently overflow my cup. Touch my eyes and let me see me and you and you and me. Oh, more, more. I wanna be more like Jesus. More of Jesus, less of me. By His power I will be like a flower in the spring, brand new life in everything. I wanna be more, I need to be more like Jesus. I wanna be more, I need to be more like Jesus. I wanna be more, I need to be more like Jesus. It's one of my all-time favorites. Listen, I know it's rough being apart from the people, the places, but we're not apart from Jesus. And in the spiritual sense, even as Paul said to the churches when he was in prison, I'm with you. We're together, celebrating Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. We call it Good Friday because it was. The good man, the only good man, gave his life for you and for me. And so though it's hard to stop here, go in peace and be blessed.